Alright, welcome back everybody to Emblem. We are going to go back to the level I just fucked up. Speaking with the Ostians by Leela, I would realize you must travel to Valor, the Dread Isle. The small island located to the south of Lycia is said to be home to the Dragon's Gate. Heading to the southern coast of Caelan, they seek passage to the port of Badon. Listen, we need a boat to Valor. You want a boat to the Dread Isle? You're mad. No way, never. There's no one in this village who will sail there. Please, we're in a hurry. Can you give us passage? You won't help us. Will you take us to someone who will? Please. You must be on an urgent business, that's certain. There may be one way. What is it? Please tell us. Pirates. Pirates? They're fearless or as close as makes no difference. They'll go anywhere for a fee. Who knows, they might decide to accept your mad offer. Hey, we got no choice. Are you serious, Hector? Working with pirates? That's unbelievable. You're considering it, aren't you, Elwood? If there's no other way, what else can we do? You too, Elwood? I've misjudged you. It's foolishness to trust the goodwill of pirates. I find it hard to believe. Why is she so angry? I heard that Lindis's parents were slain by bandits. Bandits at land, pirates at sea, they're all the same to Lindis. Lawbreakers and murderers. I see. My parents died of illness, but I can appreciate her feelings. So we abandoned the pirate plan, but too bad about the girl, but there is no other way. Let us meet the pirates, we can't decide till then, it's true. The inn over there is known favorite of the local freebooters. The reckless, unpredictable, best be prepared. What do you want, whelps? You're here to see me, ain't you? You're the commander of the pirate armada, aren't you? Commander of the pirate armada, I like the sound of that. Are you lads that naive, or are you just dumb? Which is it? You insolent. Peace, Hector. If I've insulted, I apologize. How should I address you? You don't frighten easy, do ya? Well, at least it seems you're not stupid. Captain will do, whelp. I'm Fargus, captain of the Darvors. Fargus, Master Fargus, or should I call you Captain? You're not one of my mates, call me Fargus. Now what do you want? Want to book passage to Valor. How much will ya pay? I don't know, the current rates, tell us how much you want. 100,000 gold. 100,000 gold? Well, will ya pay? No choice, but we need a little time. We'll get the gold in return as quickly as possible. Come, Hector. Wait a moment, Elwood. Elwood, hold on. Where do you think you're going to get 100,000 gold? I'm sure there's an arena here. We can raise gold somehow. What? You're not serious. We have no other way, do we? Well, no. Sometimes you surprise me, Elwood. Did you say something, Hector? No, nothing. Let's just go earn some gold. Ahoy! Hold your ground, boys. What now? We don't have the money yet. Fool. Of course you don't. I know that. Captain's got a message for you. A message? All my mates in this village are going to attack you. If you can beat us all and get the ship unharmed, we'll give you passage. For free, no gold? Captain's a tad off kilter. I'd rather have a bit of fun with you than take your gold. Smooth sailing to you. Hey, landlubbers over here. I'm over here. Oh, this is a joke, isn't it? Looks serious enough. Here we go. Listen, the captain's waiting at the docks. Talk to him, and you're the winner. Trust me though, don't make a mistake of attacking him. You anger the captain, there's no turning back. Don't forget. So basically they're telling you, I couldn't find a ship after all, but we have to get to that island. Looks like I'll have to endure the pirates. What's that? Commotion in the village? Oh, Lynn, nice timing. We need your help. You're battling the pirates. Fighting and Look, we have to reach the docks and speak to the captain. This test will see whether or not he give us passage. I don't understand, but I'm here to help. Alright, so I'm just going to show you the map real quick. What we got to do is we got to get all the way over to Fargus here. Now, Fargus is a berserker level 18. You can technically beat him, but that doesn't solve your problem. He's very strong. And if you accidentally attack him, he will end the mission and say, basically, you guys are too crazy. You can go fuck yourself. So, There's also a bunch of guys that are gonna pop up right about here. We want to try to wait till they come in. I've got my guys more or less set up, but I need Lowen to be... I think we're gonna switch nation. You up here. Bill, you're gonna stay where you're at. Matthew. Portray. Yeah, Merlinus is pretty safe on this map. You would have to either initiate the pirates, which is what we're going to be doing to get the experience, or he would be safe where he's at. Pardon me, it's me, Canis, the best mage in this, or the best magic user in this game because I get defense. I get the Devil's Axe, yay! I'm skipping over these things because I died like 14 times doing this mission. So, you know, just skipping right over all that dialogue. That's okay. And there's the little area directly north of Ellawood is a, oh yeah, he says, oh no, they moved into our area, them Mokuvales, or however you pronounce the word. Attack! So now everyone's going to attack me. So I'm going to send Barrett into this little house here, and you're going to run into a character that I skipped over the dialogue for, but she's essentially, she's a merchant in every game. And she's like, hey, I have a buddy, his name is Gary, or Jared, or something, I don't care. Can you tell him hi if you see him? Which we'll see in the next episode, yay! So, this is a perfect place to give Raven some level ups. If you play hard mode, he gets actually a hard mode stat bonus. I think he gets like 1 or 2 extra base stats over if he wasn't an enemy. Excuse me. Little hiccupy. But like all of the upper pirates that you fight don't proc the captain to go, hey, attack. And at the same time, his level's well suited for the guys where he shouldn't take much, if any, damage. And at the same time, you know, he should get a decent amount of experience out of it. So right now I'm setting myself up because it hasn't happened yet, I don't think, but we're gonna have Black Fang loser members spawn in at the end of this coming turn, and one of them is a cavalier, or not cavalier, is a paladin who has a this guy right here. He's got a killer edge sword, which gives him an increased chance of killing me because he's got crit like this killer axe does. So the idea is to get to the point, like with Matthew, where they have such a low % chance of hitting you that if they happen to hit you, then on top of that, the crit has to pop as well. Is I think how that works. I think it looks for the damage for, or I'm sorry, the accuracy first, then the damage critical chance second. As you can see, I've cleared a path for Raven to just blow right through here. Unfortunately, the trees will slow me down, and they are sort of checker patterns, so there's not really a good way to do this. Alright, so this is going to be the hard part of this campaign, is that we've got some guys with killer weapons, and I've got that's a crit. Got 2 mages that I have to be aware of, plus an archer. So, as you can see, there's all 3 range units are down here, and I need to get rid of all of them, or as many of them as I can, because behind them is the paladin, who's going to move up first and make my life a living hell. So I have to put someone that he has either a good chance of tanking the damage or avoiding the crit. And I want to get rid of you because you've got a killer bow. So we want to do that like this, where we can kill them without them actually fighting back. And then I need to also get rid of, or try to get rid of the mage and the druid. Or the shaman, I guess they're called shaman, not druids. They're leveled up form. So I need to get rid of them. Or, you know, at least get them to the point where, you know, I can survive another hit from them. So, again, the ideal is to get rid of all of the range units as well as the guys that are carrying the killer axe and the killer... well, the killer bow is part of the ranged units, so... And then despite the fact that the other guys are running around with silver weapons, it doesn't really affect me too much because their chance of hitting me is too low. And this guy's carrying a hammer just in the off chance that you decided to bring Oswin into this battle and, I don't know, take on axe users for some unknown reason? I don't get it. Or maybe you're not paying attention. Like I said, this is the hardest part of this mission, is the characters that are carrying the killer weapons, because, you know, there's 3 of them, including that paladin down there. And then you want to get rid of, like I said, the range units, because, you know, whereas if you have a big line of, you know, axe users, eventually they funnel into the bottleneck, and you only have to deal with them one at a time. Nice. That's what I wanted. And, yeah, I mean, if I can do this as well, then we should be able to clean you out. So that'll get rid of all of the ranged units and only leave the paladin, which the paladin is... he's about as close to, you know, might as well be as close to a coin flip as possible, because you can't put anyone near him that's going to die in one hit. You can't put anyone who's slow enough to get double hitted, and then on top of that, you're gonna roll a dice to see if he crits you at some like I said, coin flip. I mean, it's not really a coin flip, but it might as well be. Because he's either gonna crit and you're gonna die, or he's not and you're gonna live. I know that's true of most most characters or enemies, is that inevitably you're going to run into someone who's going to crit and you're just going to have to deal with it. And on normal mode, really the only people you run into that have critical are 1, enemies that have killer weapons on them, 2, sword masters. In Fire Emblem 6, you run into a number of berserkers. Berserkers also have critical chance built into their character, but they have lower accuracy, so that kind of makes up for it a little bit, I guess. So I'm gonna have to use Canis here, but unfortunately Canis is not going to kill him, so that's gonna leave me a little suspect, because I'm looking at Canis going, okay, can he take 2 Hellfires? Yes. So as you can see, he'll still live if he gets attacked again. I don't think this mage is gonna do that. I think he's gonna go after somebody else. Or heal. Healing's always an option, though it's a very unusual one. Scream if you must. So, 25% chance of doing a crit there. 50% chance of hitting me. And, he didn't double hit me, obviously, so... the ideal character for that would be Oswin. Fortunately, Oswin would get eaten up by, you know, the guy with the hammer. Or they would get eaten up by mages. So, but once we get past the this paladin, and to a lesser degree the mage that's down there, the rest of this is going to be smooth sailing. So 1 in 5 chance on that one. Not doing a lot of damage. Again, that's a 25% chance. So I'm a bit fucked here. I have to roll the dice, as they say. Go with whoever has the least chance of getting hit with the most chance of doing damage, which I think is going to be Lynn. If she crits, it's great. If she doesn't, well... Alright, she didn't crit, but neither did he. That's a good. That's a positive. Horse Slayer at 100%. Yep, we can deal with that. Urgh. Crow in triumph. Got the shitty level up. Canis needs healed. But so does Lynn. And Lowen. Alright, we can always use vulneries. It's one of those things that when I used to play this game as a bit of a baboo, I was more like a teenager, but I would not use my vulneries, and now I don't give two shits. If I have a vulnerary, I'm going to use it. I'm not necessarily going to buy them, but I am going to use them when I have the opportunity, or when I need to use them. I do have to say, what makes using Priscilla so difficult is exactly the fact that, you know, she's only at like 5 or 6 right now, and the game allows you to class up your units using special items like Hero's Crest and Knight's Crest and blah blah blah. Crescent Ring at 10. But you're missing out on 10 levels worth of stats. So even if they only get 1 stat per level up, which would be pretty shitty in terms of their level ups, they would still end up with 10 extra statistical points, whether those be health or strength or skill or speed, etc. Mush. Gonna give mush mush. Alright, yep. Deal with you as well. Good job, Elwood. Unfortunate, but we can deal with that because she has okay resistance. And now we just have to figure out who we want to give experience to. I'll give you a hint, it's Canis and Lucius. It works, I guess. I can take the 10 damage and get healed. course, there's a 35% chance that he doesn't hit either, so sometimes that misses. Good job, Canis. Now, Lucius, it's your turn. Oh my, Priscilla, you need healed. Alright, I need someone to do a little bit of damage. That's 16. Yeah, you would kill him. You're being tested by the pirates with passage to Dread Island hanging in the bow. Here's a bow. Rare beauty. Second friend gave it to me. But I can't use it. Don't get yourself killed out there. Okay. So we got a short bow, which is kind of like a slim lance. It gives you it's slightly lighter, gives you a slightly higher chance of doing a crit, but is also slightly weaker than I believe an iron bow. As much as I want to level up Lucius, everyone's healed, how about that? There we go. Trying to stay out of Dart's range. I'm pretty sure Dart won't come up and attack me because he's non-hostile in this version, or I think he's non-hostile in all of them, but I'm not 100% sure. He may, in a hard mode, he may actually come up and attack you. And then what I wanted to mention is, despite the fact that I'm sort of babying Lucius right now, is his time will come in the next level, because the next level is going to be pretty heavily shaman based, so I'll be able to hard counter most of the shaman on board. Yeah, and then we're going to try to get Canis and them up as well. That is always the hardest part of these games, is I kind of want to class, when they hit 10 or 15, I kind of want to class them up. But, again, you miss out on all that experience if they, you don't wait to 20 to class them up. So, I like to 20-20 all my guys. So I'm sure there's plenty of people out there like, nope, take the bonus. You know, they're not gonna 20-20 anyways. You're gonna be like 20 and 15 or so, but I don't know. You are dead. I killed you. Oh, you're so close to leveling up. So now I need to put everybody in position. You need to go in here, visit. You're a brave soul to come to such a perilous place. Here, you should have this staff. You can use it on those with magical resistance or weaker than your own. Fall asleep for a while. Whether it works depends on the skill of the wielder. It's like the pirates bearing down on you. Maybe the staff will help you get away. So that's a sleep staff. It's really good, but you only get 3 uses out of it. I'm going to have Matthew in position to win the battle on the next turn. And then I'll have Priscilla heal some people up here while we wait. Get a little experience. Depending on how much you use your healer is dependent on, will very highly depend on whether that ends up being your character that gets 220 the fastest, or is the one that is constantly lagging behind. In other Fire Emblem games that I've played that have been more difficult than this, where I'm taking lots of damage, Have you been to the arena yet? It's filled with tough bravados. We're not going there. You can get rich though, but you can also die. So, and permadeath. Die, I mean. So, we're not doing that. But what I was saying about healers is, you know, if you're taking lots of damage using your healer a whole bunch, yeah, there's a very good chance that they are like the first character to hit 20. Here's a Lance Reaver. It's good against lances, but bad against axes, you know, the inverse of the weapon triangle. You're gonna need it probably. Alright, and then I just use Matthew here. Or I click end and fuck this up. Oh well. Well, we're gonna go into this little thing here then, see what's in here. Heal men, fire, lightning. I need some of these. I need a backup of some of these, so come down here. Go waste another turn and then just be done with this. But what I keep trying to say, and I keep interrupting myself, is in a game like this where, you know, you're only getting 10 XP or so every time you use heal, it takes a while for them to get to their next level up, let alone 20. But if they're doing a ton of damage, you're constantly healing every turn. It's not unusual for a character to hit, you know, 17, 18 before your characters are even at 10. But a lot of that I think also depends on when do you get your healer. If you get your healer at the very beginning of the game and they're there with you from episode 1 or part 1 onward, then yeah, it's gonna be a lot easier than doing what I did with Priscilla, where I picked her up at level 1 like 10 chapters in. Ah, you made it, whelps. That was hard. Ha ha. Gave us passage now, won't you? Man of the sea, I always keep my word. Are my old eyes lying to me? Is this beauty really with you? Oh, my lucky day. I'm gonna go jack off. Listen, I know how you feel, you just have to accept it. We have no other choice but to let him jack off. I know. I haven't said a word, have I? Oh god. I'm gonna go to Dread Island now. Please, Father, be well.